Hello and all, welcome to a Galaxy Man show. So for today's guest on my show is this incredible and amazing actress and model known by the name of Gabriella Wisdom. So I'm about to give Gabriella a ad into the live now, and yeah, here we go. Hello,
Hi! Sometimes my connection's bad here, so you're gonna have to forgive me.
it's all good. Okay, so I'm going to get you to introduce yourself and explain a bit about what you do, and then I'll dive right into the questions.
Okay. My name is Gabriella Wisdom. I am an actress, model, and amateur stunt woman.
Awesome. So, for my first question, what could people expect to see from your character in Arrow Unlimited episode 2, and how can you describe her in one word?
In one word, malicious. And what can they expect to see from her? A lot of badass things. Mostly some wins. I think there's gonna be some wins on the table in future episodes. You'll have to stay tuned to see what else happens to her, but she's one of the most, I've never played a bad guy before, so I'm really excited about playing her and getting to kind of embrace this like side of myself that I've never gotten to embrace before as an actress.
Awesome. So, for my next question, what was the experience like filming for Arrow Unlimited episode 2, and what did you learn from the experience?
Honestly, I worked with the team on the first episode, but I was just kind of like a bad guy, like fighting somebody really quick. And I got to know the crew then, but working with them a second time, it's like we're already becoming like a bit of a family. And it's really great being on set with them and feeling, kind of like that closeness and connection to them while we're filming and just like a freedom to be myself and like express myself the way that I see my character. And they're really open. I love how open they are to like hearing my ideas. And it's not just like, this is who we want you to be. It's like they also want to hear about like who I think the character is, which makes it really cool for me.
Awesome. So, for my next question, why should people be invested into Arrow Unlimited episode 2? And yeah,
First of all, you got a bunch of badass women fighting each other and struggling for power. So if that's not a good enough reason, I don't know what is. And thirdly, I think it's a great, I guess it's second. I think it's just a great storyline. I love how they're gender swapping the heroes and kind of putting a twist on the whole Arrow story. And I'm really honored to get to be a part of it and get to play such an awesome role for them.
awesome. So, for my next question, who inspired you to get into doing modeling and into acting in the first place?
So that's two different question answers. Actually, I don't really have anyone that inspired me specifically to get into modeling, but growing up, I always loved watching America's Next Top Model, but I was always like, oh, I could never be like that. But from 12 years old, I was 5'8", and I'd always get told, like, you should be a model. You're going to be 5'10", 5'11", but I capped off at about 5'8 and a half. I actually worked at Chick-fil-A for 10 years, and I didn't do anything in like creative or in the industry. And then eventually one day I was like, I really want to express myself and kind of do something that's more creative and that I feel is more rewarding in the long run. So I started modeling and I got signed to an agency, but they said, you're an actress. You don't seem as much of, we see you as long term as an actress, not a model, which kind of hurt my feelings because at the time that's all I cared about was modeling. And but I began to see how right they were as I got more into the industry and learned more about it, because modeling is exciting and fun and I love doing it, but acting is so rewarding, getting to become somebody else, getting to portray another person and kind of take on everything that person is an incredible feeling in itself. Um, and actually, I worked like a bunch of random events in LA, and I worked the Stranger Things premiere for the last season. And I saw Louis Tan there, and I was like, who is that guy? So I researched for hours because like he wasn't like listed. I found him and I found out kind of what he did and like all the stunts he did. Like he was a stunt guy and turned actor, or maybe both. So I started getting more into stunts and wanting to learn more about it and kind of broaden my horizons and add to my acting resume in that way, which led me to meet some really awesome people and eventually led me to this set through meeting those people. So he really inspired this side of my acting because I wouldn't have been here without researching him and getting to know who he was as a person and kind of what he stood for, and wanting to kind of implement that in my acting career as well.
Awesome. So on to that, for my next question, you actually did some background work on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. What was that experience like?
That was incredible because I felt like if I'm going to be working background, I'm working background on the right movie. I got to be in a room with Quentin Tarantino and Margot Robbie for 3 days, well, 3 nights. It was overnight shooting at the Playboy Mansion. So it was just incredible to watch her work and to watch him direct her, and like the relationship they had, and how like, I don't know, like those two working together. I don't think I've ever been starstruck before, and I've met a lot of people or been in a room with a lot of people. I don't know if I've met them, but I was completely starstruck by her. She was an incredible actress and somebody I really look up to in this industry.
Awesome. So on to my next question. If you could be in any TV or movie franchise, what would it be and why?
I would be in the Marvel universe. I would love to play a future Wonder Woman one day, or a younger version of her at the moment. That character has always been one of my favorites, and Gail Gott has done an incredible job with that character. I don't think I could ever wish or hope to do a better job, but it's definitely a character that I feel very connected to. And every time I watch the story, it's like everything I want to be as an actress. And it just kind of pushes me to like shoot for that and shoot for the stars and that kind of aspect.
Awesome. So for my next question, if you could work with any top 3 acting artists, who would they be and why?
Margot Robbie, Amanda Seyfried, if I said that right. I just love them as actresses. And the third one, probably Louis Tan, because he inspired me to get into this, and I really look up to him as like a stunt guy and an actor overall.
Awesome. So for my next question, if you could give any advice to anyone that wants to get into the acting industry, what advice would you give them, and what are the positives and negatives into the acting industry, and how do you get through those negatives?
So I would tell them to keep trying and don't be afraid to hear no. No is actually a good thing, because you're going to hear no, and you have to develop a thick skin, and you have to be like, okay, why was that no told to me? What can I do to make that no next time a yes? So I think that's really important, especially for young actors who are just getting out there and putting themselves out there, to not get discouraged by that. Just getting in the room is an accomplishment within itself. One of the things I would say is don't be too proud to take free jobs to add to your reel. I did that a lot, especially in my first year. I'm still doing that for some projects with certain friends I know the quality is worth it, and people that I like working with. So I feel like people come into this industry and they get really proud and they don't want to do certain things. And I get it. You know, you get to a certain point, you're like, I don't want to do background anymore. I got to that point a while ago as well, but sometimes you have to do it. It is still good money. Money is money. But yeah, just don't give up, and be willing to humble yourself and be willing to always learn, because I feel like as an actor or actress, you're never done learning and you're never done perfecting your craft. There's always something new. If you feel like you're an amazing actor and there's nothing you need to learn, do stunts. Like, there's always something you can perfect. There's always something that you can try harder to do. And yeah, that's my advice.
Awesome. So for my last question, so what new projects do you have installed that you can announce on the show?
So I'm supposed to be, before COVID, I was supposed to film it in March, but now it's got pushed back. I'm filming a short film that we're hoping to turn into a feature called Finding Light. I'll be filming it in Texas. I'm really excited. I play a woman named Samantha, and I don't want to say too much else, but it's the kind of project that I feel is going to change a lot for me. So I'm really excited for that opportunity, for that amazing director giving me the opportunity to play Samantha and to just bring her character to life. Other than that, everything else is not a for sure, so I don't want to talk about it and be wrong, but I'm definitely looking forward to a really good 2021. I think 2020 might be over for us all, but 2021, I'm not giving up hope yet.
Awesome. So can I just say thank you so much, Gabriella, for appearing on my show. It means so much. Everyone, definitely go give Gabriella the amazing and incredible support. And yeah, thank you so much again, Gabriella.
Thank you so much for having me. I was really honored when you asked to interview me, so it was great. Thank you so much for having me on here and giving me a platform to talk about my work.
seeing you so soon.